team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10 now. Here's Jones. He's going to tuck it and run. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Jones now to throw. Finds a man right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
49er 1st down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 33. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
49er 1st down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Jones running sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Jones looking to throw. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
I I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate, and turns into a nice gain.
3rd and just 2 to go. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead.
Texans 14.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, it's a go-to route to target.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Stroud. Looking slant route, complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Looking to throw, Stroud. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Unable to find Jalen Noel with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Setting up the running back screen. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here's Stroud again. Has it in close. And they are on and short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. They've got first down from the 31. They go play fake with Jones. And snaps this one over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down. On the toss, it's McCaffrey. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, and they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Texans closing in, and they get to it. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Fourth down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead and out of punt. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Stroud off of play action. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Chubb gets this from the pistol. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 48-yard line.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Running back sent in motion. Here's Stroud now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was for Jalen Noel. And that brings up fourth and long.
Wow, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. He bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. The 49ers send Mac Jones ready to take over once more. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Play action now with Jones. And it's Bourne to catch outright. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Play fake, Jones. He's running with it. He passes the 35. It's a gain of 22. And that's a 49er first down.
Gain of 22 yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. On the shotgun, it's Jones. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
A gain of 26 yards.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running between the tackles. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. He'll drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
A gain of 10.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He's going to keep this one. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. You sign up for it.
One of the tight ends motioning left. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And they'll surrender just a low yard. That brings up 2nd down.
One thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 13-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They stick with McCaffrey. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring a 3rd down.
He was taken
I know
down.
from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Jones now on third down. And the floater falls to the deck. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Pinheiro's kick is good, and that extends the lead to 20.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it down. Yeah, the minute the sun is up. There's no rest to my shut it down. Whatever I got your money up. Believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now. Who did on everything that I love.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Handoff to Chubb to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff now from the gun. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. Force a 4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. They've got 1st down from the 31. Hands it to the hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Texans have it. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Texans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense. You kind of rip their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans drop the lead back to 13.
Niners 34, Texans 21.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Isaac Gorindo to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The 49ers and wide receiver Kendrick Ford set to take over now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Galen Bullock up to make the stop.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubts into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the 49ers with the football and a comfortable lead as well. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender right to the exact same time there. So it'll be 3rd down.
6 yards.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense that's flying around and making the play.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Out now come the Texans on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He completes it in traffic. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Stroud off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. They gain 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
This QB is making it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
6 away from one. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
4 yards. That's another Texans first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and you couldn't.
And this is headed the wrong way. We're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. Complete to the sideline, not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Galindo to return it. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The 49ers and Mac Jones ready to take over once more. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here's Jones. Hits his running back. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And the 49er first down.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss them with tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation, but even more, better execution.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Running back sent in motion left. Throwing here, Jones. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, third down. That's caught for the first. He is down at the 30-yard line. It goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the 49er first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, 49ers.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. They go play fake with Jones. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Now Jones. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
Extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead.
21, Texans 24.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Stroud to throw on first down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Round throwing here on first. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Stroud again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Jones now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an output beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now it's McCaffrey. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Such a cool picture right there of shock and shed. It's what these D tackles work on in the league. You got to shock that offensive blocker, you got to shed him, and you got to make that tackle for loss. Well done.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. This throw's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Piniero's kick is good, and that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
But you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you want to see soul. Life just slows you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Overseas, without you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a bug. You still feel paralyzed above the track. Friends just having kids.
Now Piniero on to handle the kickoff.
No love.
Here's Smith on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give to Chubb, running left. Crashes through a tackle. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans drop the lead back to 13.
44. Texans 31.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson running his own read. And he's brought down as the drive starts out for the 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Staying with Robinson. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. He's looking underneath here for Chubb. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Stroud. Right side cut by Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans trailing by 13. 49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This connects with Higgins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
At the 40-yard line.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Throwing again, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
All right up against that marker, but not there yet. It's 2nd and inches. Stroud off of play action. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Houston calls it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left, and that clock winding down. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Finds Higgins for another grab. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
He's inside the 10. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A 9-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's second and goal. Again, Stroud. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be third and goal. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Houston.